Ever since WWE and TKO announced their merger, we more or less had an idea of what was to come. When Endeavor first bought out WWE and they made a whole new company under the umbrella of TKO, everyone was pretty much under the assumption slash presumption that people were going to get released. Now, at first, they winded up only doing corporate people a number of days ago. A couple of people on the corporate side were released due to those positions already being fulfilled on Endeavor's side of things. We come to find out today that that was not the end of it. We had all of these superstars that were released. But what I find interesting is that WWE literally just locked in a massive deal. And in the same hour, they already started announcing releases. And a few hours later, they're still going. So let's talk about the deal. As you guys know, Friday Night SmackDown was on Fox. WWE's SmackDown deal with Fox comes to an end in October of 2024. And they've already announced a $1.4 billion deal for USA Network. And this deal will average them out to $287 million a year over the course of 5 years, which is incredibly interesting because the same day that they announced this massive deal, they also announced that WWE will be returning to Australia in the Elimination Chamber at the Optus Stadium or Optus in Perth on Saturday, February 24th of 2024. So that's also a pretty big deal. They're making a lot of money moves here, but yet they went ahead and released these people. I understand that the company needs to trim fat. I know this, but it doesn't make their releases any less impactful to me personally, and really to anybody, because anybody losing their job is always a bad thing. Like, unless if you're constantly hurting your opponents, which is what would happen in wrestling. To these people, yes, a lot of them weren't used on television. Completely understandable. But creative could have come up with something for them if that was the case. But in any case, at the end of the day, someone losing their job, their livelihood is never a good thing. But let's go ahead and talk about who got released. First person is Kevin Ventura Cortez, NXT. Bryson Montana, NXT. Daniel MacArthur, NXT. Julissa Leon, which she was actually in a tag team with Valentina Feroz. So she was released. So now that tag team is gone. Shanky, which again, we just saw him at the Superstar Spectacle show in India, and now he's gone. So maybe they just utilized him for that show, and then that was it. Dabakato, aka Komenda Aziz, who was seen with Apollo Crews, hasn't really done much since that program with Apollo Crews. Quincy Elliott. Now, some people were a bit more ecstatic about this specific person because the situation behind that was that he had a burner account and he was tweeting out specific derogatory remarks against a specific community. Next people are Massey and Mansour, Maximum Male Models. Mansour went on to actually post a pretty entertaining video.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me borrow your weights, kid. Shh. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I'm Mansour, here with a full lat spread due to my high-carb, high-sugar diet, to let you know that my contract with WWE has been terminated. And yes, I did get a spray tan just for the purpose of this video.
Now, keep in mind that a lot of these people do have a 90-day compete clause, which he actually showed in his tweet, which I will show after the video.
And then immediately canceled my membership. But don't fret and don't cry. I'm incredibly excited for the future. I'm 27 years old, 210 pounds, in the best shape of my life, 6 feet tall. That's a shoot, by the way. No work numbers here, right, honey?
More like 5'11".
Shut up. I'm charming and charismatic enough to be...
Yeah, so as you can see here, you guys can contact him, mansourbooking@gmail.com, starting September 20th, which again, fantastic news. A lot of these people you're not going to see until maybe early next year wrestling again, because again, their 90-day is December 20th. But I was reading per Fightful that it's not all of these superstars being released. It's only some of them that have the 90-day compete clause. So as soon as I'm able to find out who those specific people are that don't have 90 days, I'll let you guys know. The next person is Dana Brooke. Then we also have 19-year career veteran Dolph Ziggler. Now this one hurt a bit because he had a program with JD earlier this year, and I believe JD took him out with the steps, and that was the end of it. We just didn't see anything else after that. So I thought there was going to be like a thing where, they'd have another match, Dolph will put him over, and, keep going that way. Because usually every NXT talent has to go through Dolph when they go on the main roster. That's just how it is. It's like an initiation, a rite of initiation. Yeah, see, look at this. WWE will give a full momentum feud between JD McDonough and Dolph Ziggler. Never happened. Dolph Ziggler's last match, ironically, was May 29th, 2023, and it was literally a 1-minute double countout match. The fact that that is his last match in WWE is disrespectful as hell. The next person was the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin. Personally, I also think that he's incredibly athletic. I thought they were kind of hinting at reuniting the Hurt Business, and then they kind of dropped it, and then Bobby went to SmackDown, and it looks like he's with the Profits now. Some people were even saying that he could be joining the Blackpool Combat Club in AEW, that he'd be a good fit for that. I don't know. I think Shelton Benjamin still has a lot left in the tank, and he still has a lot to give. Next person was Top Dollar. Now, personally, I love Hit Row. I love the fact that they brought them back, and they were actually getting featured pretty much. Yes, they were losing a lot, but they were still being featured regardless of how you look at it. They were being utilized every single week for the most part. So it was just cool to see him having programs with all of these top stars. Regardless, however you look at it, they were still getting their spot. So I also enjoyed their work in NXT, man. So this one hits home quite a bit as well. The next one is Riddick Moss. Now, Riddick Moss, I mean, ever since he dropped the Madcap Moss gimmick and they try to make him a bit more serious, I think that's when it went downhill for them. But at least their mixed tag match with Emma against Karrion Kross and Scarlett was pretty cool. Next one we have is Elias / Ezekiel. Elias says that from drifting onto the scene when he was known as the Drifter, to WrestleMania with John Cena and The Undertaker, to millions around the world for years walking with Elias, a #1 iTunes album, which is facts, and to being my own younger brother Zeke. Hold on a second. You're telling me this whole time Elias was Ezekiel?
It's a joke, right? It's a joke, Goose, right? You ribbing me? You ribbing me?
Ain't no way. While traveling the world, it's been a blast. God is good. I'm pretty sure he'll bounce back as well. We also have Aaliyah, who has been good, medically clear for the last 9 months and wasn't used. Rick Boogs. We also have Emma, and the most shocking one, Mustafa Ali. Now, the reason why I'm so shocked about this one specifically is because we were supposed to have Mustafa Ali versus Dominic at No Mercy. And now it's being reported, PW insiders and WWE officials have confirmed Mustafa Ali is gone from WWE. So it looks like the Dom versus Ali match will be changed. And it's interesting because we were supposed to have Dominic versus Dragon Lee on Monday. So if I were a betting man, Dragon Lee was probably going to beat Dom, and then we were going to have Dragon Lee versus Mustafa Ali instead at No Mercy, or make it some sort of triple threat or something. But now I don't know, what happens now. I'm assuming we get maybe Dominic versus Dragon Lee instead at No Mercy, and then maybe they turn the match on Monday into some sort of maybe mixed tag, where Rhea will step in and maybe, Lyra will also come up to the main roster and do it that way. There's obviously a plethora of other ways that we can do this, but that's more so what I'm thinking. That's pretty much all of the people released today, ladies and gentlemen. Which one hit you the most? Comment your favorite memory down below. Thank you for watching. Peace.